Hello, welcome to another edition of Northern Southerner Beer Reviews with your host, Jonathan Brown, who is freezing his bollocks off. Right, we're going to Wales. We are going to Otley. Distinctive looking bottle there. And it's Colombo, it says Otley 04 Colombo at 4% ABV. Lovely jubbly. There you go, boys and girls. There is the back side. So, distinctive looking bowl. I quite like that actually. It's quite cool, isn't it? This brewer was first started in 2005. Let me check. 2005. And it's by a guy called Nick Otley. I had to read that. Who's a big fan of American hops. And he's a fan of beer, and he started his own brewing company. So it's a real labour of love, I think. And so when you start a brewery, what do? What will make your bottle stand out from the rest of them? And he's decided on this, and I'll tell you what, it looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I think that looks really cool. So, 04 Colombo, I'm going to read you some of the info here, because basically they're based in Pontypridd in Wales. For me, the best Welsh brewer has always been Brains. They've done some fantastic beers. This is my first Otley one, so I'm hoping this is going to be a belter. And I like the way they kind of like describe their philosophy on the back of the bottle. It says beer evolution is the mantra of Otley, a synergy of passion, innovation and fresh attitude that results in non-conformists. I'm a non-conformist. People who know me will know I'm a non-conformist. Progressive brews for independently minded free thinkers and drinkers. That sums me up anyway. So it's very much kind of like a beer thought up by a person who has got the exactly same outlook on life as me. Don't let anybody tell you what to do, and don't let anybody turn you into something you don't want to be. That's me through and through. So let's crack her open. So there is beautiful Otley crown, nice and plain there. And what I'm getting, not much CO2 coming off. Beautiful floral aroma, like a dandelion there. Not much else, but maybe a hint of melon, but it's more dandelion than anything else. So let's, pour out, see what she comes out like, because I think she's looking very pale indeed. Very pale indeed. Hardly any carbonation going off there, and you can just see that, little trickle of bubbles there. The head's just going flat as a pancake. So I'll give her a little swell. I'm hoping it's gonna. It's opened up a bit. I'm getting very much a pear kind of like aroma. Pear and melon over anything else. It feels fresh. It feels inviting, and there's a hint of like a hedgerowy thing going on. I say it's a lot in beers. It's kind of like a hedgerow kind of like aroma, but it does smell really fresh and nice. So let's pop her up, and there she goes, boys and girls. Plenty of bubbles. Very pale looking beer, as I say. It's so pale. I mean, it looks darker there as you're seeing it, but from my point of view, very pale looking, nice looking head, quite white looking head as well. So cheers everybody, I'm going to go in. There's a big lime at the beginning. big fresh juicy lime. Subsided a little, getting a little hint of melon there. That's subsided, and a little pear. It's just come through. That's subsided. So everything what's happening in this beer it's kind of like showing a flavour, then just subsiding back on the palate, bringing another flavour forward, then subsiding again. But the thing I like about this beer is how fresh it feels and how bloody drinkable it is as well. It's 4%, very sessionable. For me, pizza comes to mind as a food pairing. I think it'll go well with a good pizza. I can picture myself diving in on a fantastic Fiorentina pizza, hitting the old Otley as well. It's not bottle conditioned, and believe it or not, this beer I got hold of in Marks and Spencer in York. So Marks and Sparks getting in on the act as well. This gets a big thumbs up for me. It's what I want from a. Feels a bit summery, like a garden beer, but it's great. So boys and girls, I'll just go in here for one more time. Maybe some people might think it's a little bit too watery for them, but for me, great sessionable beer. It's nice little notes are there, and it's very, very easy drinking. And on that note, I have to recommend get an Otley beer in. See if you boys and girls like it. I'd love to know. Leave it in the comments if you ever get an Otley beer and you see this about 10 months down the line. So cheers for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers.